Hi, my name is Jazlyn Lee. I'm the Southeast Asian and South Asian Engagement Lead from the GCoM-Gap Fund Partnership. So the first step of the project preparation involves the development of the project concept, the definition, as well as designing the scope of a project. And this can include activities such as identifying the highest priority project based on the city's climate action plan, or identifying potential sites and corridors to implement specific projects, such as the nature-based solutions, as well as development of green public spaces. And the next step is on pre-feasibility assessment, which provides the early technical consideration on the proposed projects and interventions. And these studies can help cities to understand why the project's interventions are feasible, and to help with project selections and the decision to further develop the project. For example, the pre-feasibility stage can look into cost estimation, funding analysis, and testing of alternative approaches that can also be part of this stage as well. And the third step is on the feasibility stage, where a feasibility study can help to develop the technical details of the project interventions, understand the feasibility of the project from an engineering, technical, economic point of view. And some of the scope of feasibility studies can include engineering planning, sustainability and resilience assessment, technical planning, institutional and procurement arrangement, as well as business plan development and understanding environmental and social impact from these interventions. So the City Climate Finance Gap Fund provides non-financial support to help cities to address specific technical project issues, specifically during the early project preparation stage for low carbon and climate resilient urbanization assessment plans, as well as projects. So here in GCoM, we are helping cities in emerging economies and developing countries to help them to turn low carbon and climate resilient ideas into finance ready projects through the initiatives such as the Gap Fund. And the Gap Fund is partnering with the GCoM is partnering with the Gap Fund to identify potential and impactful climate projects, supporting cities to develop a strong expression of interest, and by having dedicated teams in different regions to raise awareness, supporting cities in assessing the technical assistance provided by the Gap Fund. A project is bankable when its risk of return profile meets the investors and financiers' criteria, and the city is able to secure financing to implement the project. Some of the key criteria for bankable project include the probability of meeting the project's financial, environmental, and social goals, with sufficient estimated cash flow to cover the operating costs of the project, and able to produce expected returns within specific duration, and whether or not the project will be implemented by a credit-worthy entity, and its capacity to mitigate as well as to manage the risk in relation to the project. Gap Fund is looking for transformative projects with high impact. For example, a compelling EOI and application to the Gap Fund should highlight the potential of the climate mitigation and adaptation impact, and how the project could be potentially be scaled and replicated in other cities or regions, and how this project can benefit a wider population in the cities that are rapidly urbanizing and are vulnerable to the climate crisis. And cities should also showcase the alignment of the proposed project and interventions with the central as well as the local government commitments, and also to share the probability of advancing the project to implementation stage with the support from the national government. And with secure financing will also help to strengthen the application as well. And last but not least, the completeness and the quality of the proposal, specifically in terms of the clarity on the specific types of support being requested, will help GAP Fund to understand the scope of the support that can help cities to develop a strong project.